After her work dinner with the boss, she returned to find I was gone, and so was everything else she took for granted. The call came at 11:47 p.m. I watched the phone vibrate on the kitchen counter, its glow pulsing like a weak heartbeat. I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. She always called at that hour after her work. Dinners. Always with the same breathless cadence. Wine-soft laughter still clinging to her throat. Always needing reassurance she pretended she didn't. The voicemail filled the room. Hey, I'm running late. Again. Don't wait up. The pause before again told me more than the word itself ever could. I stood there in the half-light, the apartment stripped to its bones. Bare walls. Open closets. Empty drawers. Even the framed photos were gone, leaving pale squares on the paint like scars where memories used to hang. I imagined her key turning in the lock later. The moment of confusion. The inhale that would catch when she realized the silence wasn't temporary. I replayed the call once more. Her voice sounded unfamiliar now, like something borrowed. I pressed delete. Then I sat at the table, alone with a glass of water I didn't drink, and waited for the life she thought was permanent to discover it had already ended. It hadn't started with suspicion. It started with absence. She used to text before leaving the office. Small things. Complaints about traffic. A photo of bad coffee. Proof of existence. Then came the dinners. Always spontaneous. Always important. Always with her boss. She never said his name. That should have mattered more than it did. I told myself it was ambition. I admired ambition. I respected people who wanted more. But ambition doesn't erase eye contact. Ambition doesn't come home wearing a smile meant for someone else. I noticed the changes the way you notice weather shifting, subtle at first, then undeniable. Her phone face down. Password changed. Showers taken immediately after coming home, as if the day needed washing off her skin. Once, I reached for her hand in bed. She flinched. Not pulled away. Flinched. That night, she fell asleep facing the wall. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, listening to her breathe like a stranger borrowing space beside me. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who still want answers they can accept. I wanted the truth. And truth, I've learned, doesn't reveal itself to those who ask too loudly. I became quieter. That was my first move. I stopped asking questions. Stopped reacting. I smiled at her stories, nodded at the right moments, laughed where laughter was expected. Inside, I was inventorying everything. Time stamps. Calendar gaps. The way she said meeting like it was a secret code. The way she dressed differently on those nights. Careful, precise, intimate. I checked phone records. Not messages, calls. Patterns never lie. Numbers repeat when people get careless. There it was. A single number. Frequent late. Always before she came home flushed and distant. I memorized it. Then I waited. I followed once. From a distance. Not close enough to be noticed. Close enough to confirm what my mind already knew. I saw the way she leaned toward him across the table. The way her laugh softened when he spoke. The way his hand brushed her wrist and didn't pull back. I felt nothing. That was the moment I knew I was in control. Back home, I packed slowly. Deliberately. Only what mattered. I cancelled accounts she never checked. Redirected mail. Closed doors she didn't know existed. I left the ring on the nightstand. Not as a plea. As a receipt. The proof arrived 2 days later. An email forwarded to an address she'd never seen. A thread she thought deleted. Careless words dressed up as promises. I've never felt this understood. He doesn't see me the way you do. Soon. Soon is the most dangerous word people use when they're lying. I printed the emails. Clean paper. Black ink. No commentary. When she called again, this time panicked, I answered. Where are you? Her voice cracked. The apartment. I know, I said. Silence. I didn't mean for you to find out like this. I closed my eyes, not because it hurt, but because it was boring. I didn't find out, I said. I confirmed. She started crying. Apologies spilled out, desperate and messy, each one stepping on the last. I let her talk. Then I told her where to find the envelope on the table. Another silence. Longer this time. I can explain, she whispered. I already understand, I replied. That's why I left. We met once more. Public place. Neutral ground. She looked smaller. Folded inward. Like someone realizing the ground had rules she never bothered to learn. I made a mistake, she said. I nodded. Calm. Observant. You made a choice. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. I ended it, she said quickly. As soon as you left. I swear. That almost made me smile. You didn't end anything, I said. You were replaced. Her breath caught. He doesn't want you now, I continued. He wanted the version of you that thought consequences were optional. Tears streamed down her face. Real ones this time. I stood. There's nothing left for me here, I said. I took what was mine. You kept what you earned. She whispered my name like it was a spell. I walked away before she could finish the sentence. People think revenge is loud. They imagine raised voices, broken things, public scenes. They're wrong. Real revenge is subtraction. It's removing yourself so completely that the other person is forced to sit alone with the echo of who they thought you'd always be. I don't wonder if she regrets it. Regret requires self-awareness. I don't miss her. I miss the version of myself who believed loyalty was mutual. That version is gone now. I left him with her, and I left her with herself. That was enough.